Hi, this is Kathy Barzal with DiTomaso Real Estate. Thank you again, Bryan Distefano with US Bank, for joining us today. Bryan's been so helpful with answering some questions, and today we have a great question for you, Bryan. We know it's very competitive out there in the market right now. It's a strong seller's market. Sellers don't want to see contingencies. If they do see a contingency, they tend to shy away from the offer, even if it is a very good, strong purchase price. So can you tell us how, if possible, that you can remove a contingency, so when my clients do put an offer in, they aren't contingent on selling their house?
Okay, yeah. So there's a program that I have where if your house is in contract, so if you're selling your house and you're able to provide the bank a copy of the contract for the sale of your home. Now, if your buyer is getting a mortgage, then we would need a commitment letter as well. If they're paying cash, no commitment letter would be needed, obviously, because they're not going through the bank.
Right.
We will exclude that debt, the mortgage debt on your current home that you're living in for qualifying purposes.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Now, a lot of times people say, well, hey, my house isn't sold yet. Well, the bank's not going to require your house to be sold yet to provide you the commitment letter. And you can say firsthand is that this market is extremely competitive. So if you list your house right with Kathy, you're going to have it's going to sell quickly. That's just how the numbers are looking. So once you have that ability to show you have the commitment letter with my bank, you can now show a contract and a commitment letter from your potential buyer, and we exclude it altogether. Now, the other question I have is a lot of times where you need to have some of your own funds. It could be as little as 5% down, 10%, so you don't. So a lot of times people say to me, but if when I sell my house, I'm going to be able to put down a much bigger down payment.
Right.
So I don't want to have such a high payment with my new house. So with my bank, it gives you an ability that if you want to make a large lump sum payment, they'll do what's called recast or re-amortize your payment. Or they'll actually lower the payment for you. Now, there is a small charge for that. But it still gives you a competitive advantage when you're looking to buy something where you can remove that contingency altogether.
And that's what you need in this market.
Yes.
Every angle, every little bit that could help swing to your favor to get your offer accepted is needed, for sure. Well, that's great. Well, Bryan, thank you so much. That's great. And if you are selling, definitely talk to Bryan about, about possibly removing that contingency if this program would be a good fit for you. Thank you again, Bryan, so much.
You're welcome.
If you have any questions for Bryan, of course, reach out to him. His information will be at the end of this video. And when you're ready to list and go out home shopping, you know where to find me.